It's been 111 days since his last upload. People wondering if he was going to return. Or maybe no one actually gave a fuck. But it doesn't matter because he's back. And if you leave a dislike on this video because of this dumbass intro, then I wouldn't fucking blame you, to be honest. Hello? It's been a while. I have not uploaded in over 110 days, and the last few weeks I've just had a little bit of an urge, a little bit of a good feeling to return back to YouTube. Now, I have no idea if this is just going to be a one-off video or if I'm going to get back into a rhythm of uploading. Yeah, hopefully you guys are happy to see me back. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while. I think the last video I did was my gather round tips. Can you believe that? That was like 110 days ago, the day that I'm filming this, like over 3 months ago. It was in April. It's probably been the longest YouTube break I have ever taken. Today, we're going to be predicting the rest of the 2025 AFL season. I feel like this is a nice little video to pick back up on the content. Now, you must be wondering, why am I holding my mic? Well, the mic holder that came with this actual mic is fucking dog shit, so we can throw that away. Anyway, let's get straight into the video, guys. Starting off, we've got the Hawks and the Blues this Thursday night. Now, this is a big clash, and, well, I mean, there's 46 games, as you can see there underneath, so we're going to have to go through this game a little bit quick just so the video doesn't take fucking 15 years. But Hawthorn and Carlton coming off a win against Melbourne. Not a good win, but a win nonetheless for the Blues, which is exactly what they needed. And the Hawks have been a little bit on and off. They've just spelted Port Adelaide in Launceston. So, look, obviously they're the better team and they're heavy favourites. However, Carlton, Sam Doherty just announced his retirement today. Bro, the Blues are going to win this. They're going to win a tight one, a massive upset. And I'm going to tip them by 8 points, the Blues, to get up. Moving on, we've got Friday night, and, well, the Dogs, they haven't been good against top 8 sides, but the bottom 10, well, they just love blowing teams out of the park. So the Dogs are going to win this one heavily. I'm going to go the Dogs win this by 76 points. I reckon that's a pretty good margin, and the Bombers, well, they're in the mud a little bit. I don't know if they'll pick up any wins in this video, to be honest. Now we've got the showdown. I think this is actually Derby round, if I'm not mistaken. We've got the Sydney showdown. Oh, now it's at NG Stadium, which is making me lean towards the Giants a little bit. But Sydney, they can just pull random shit out their ass. But I'm gonna go safe. I'm gonna tip the Giants at home. They move up into 4th position, and the Suns against the Lions up on the Goldie. This is a big game, and the Suns need to win this to sort of keep their season alive. As you can see, they've already dropped out of the 8, and we're like 3 games into the fixture. The Suns beat Collingwood up there a couple of weeks ago, so it's honestly hard to go past them. And I'm still not fully convinced with Brisbane for some reason. They've only lost 4 games, but let's make that 5. Gold Coast by 7 points up at home. Freo v West Coast. Come on, we've got to get this one done. If we lose this after beating Collingwood at the MCG, then I don't even know what to say. I mean, like, we won't be playing them. If we do play finals, we won't be playing these, bottom 10 shitty sides. And we have proven ourselves to be quite good against the top 8 sides. But this is a game where we will win, okay? Like, I'm not one bit nervous about it, but, like, it won't be an absolute blowout or anything. I feel like we'll win by about 26 points. Like, it'll just be a bit of back and forth, and we'll end up getting the win. Well, we have to get the win. If we lose that game, then this is going to be my last bit of content ever. North Melbourne versus Geelong at Marvel Stadium. Oh, look, Geelong, jeez, they've got to win this, right? They've got to win this. I'm going to go Geelong by 44. The showdown, this is huge. And, well, 2 Adelaide sides, completely different spectrums on the ladder. So the Crows are 3rd, and at Adelaide Oval, they've got the home showdown. They're going to win. They're going to win this. They're going to win this pretty easily, I reckon. 36 points. Adelaide. Richmond v Collingwood at the MCG. The Pies will win one back here. Don't think by much. I reckon it'll be a bit of a tussle, sort of like the Freo game. 27 points. Collingwood win. They're back first. St Kilda and Melbourne at Marvel Stadium. St Kilda are favourites. I reckon, yeah, they play heaps better at Marvel than the D's do. I remember the D's got pumped there earlier on in the year against North. So we'll go the Saints on their home track. 16 points, not a massive win, but just enough. And then we got the Dogs taking on the Giants in another rival. Wow, so this will be like a Thursday or Friday night game. This is huge. Look, the Dogs on their home track, I reckon they could get rolled. I actually think they could get rolled here. I'm going to go the Giants by 18, just because the Dogs, well, they still haven't really proven themselves to be a great top 8 side and beat those better teams. Next up, we've got the Crom and the Hawks at Adelaide Oval. This is a massive game, but I'm going to give the home ground advantage. Well, yeah, because given the Crows have the home ground advantage, I'm going to go the Crows by a point. And then we've got the D's and the Eagles at Marvel Stadium. This could be just like a game where the D's absolutely smoke them. So I'm going to go the D's by 65. And I reckon they just pick up one last, good win for the year. And this, the Tigers actually got it done against them earlier on in the year, I believe, at Marvel. Or was it the G? I think it was Marvel. And the Suns, well, they need to win this game to keep in the top 8 contention. And against such a little team like Richmond, well, look, at home, it's at home. You can't go past them then. If it was in Melbourne, then maybe Richmond could have a sniff, but up on the Goldie, there's no chance. Sydney, Essendon. This always seems to give us a great result for a neutral fan base. But at the SCG, the Swans should win this one. And against... Oh, no, I'll go close. I reckon it could be close. I'll go the Swans by 14, but they could really run away with it there. This is a huge game for both sides if they want to keep in that top 4. So at the MCG, the Pies got it done last year against them there by, I think it was a point. And did they play earlier on in the year? I'm not too sure. Not that I can remember. They might have played up in the Gabba. But, yeah, I do not remember. So we'll go at the MCG. We'll give the Pies the home ground advantage. We'll go the Pies by 5 points in a thriller. The Saints take on the North Melbourne Footy Club at Marvel. We'll go the Saints win this quite easily, I reckon. Ǩēdeņa Park. Now, the Power actually upsetted them here last year, but that was last year. So let's focus on the present, and we'll go Geelong by 55. Now, this is a huge game. We never, ever seem to beat Carlton, and they're sort of like our rivals outside of West Coast, and I fucking hate playing them because they always seem to win. Like, we need to win this to stay in the top 8, as you can see with the ladder, but not even that. This is to break our hoodoo against Carlton, and this is also just to stamp out dominance on the league and actually say that we're worthy of finals footy. But, like, this is a game where we could definitely get done. But I'm going to back us in by 12 points because we're just such a better team than Carlton this year. And if we lose that, then wow, we're just cursed against the Blues. Hawthorn, Collingwood, MCG. This is huge. I remember Jack Ginnivan always has his huge games against Collingwood, and I'm going to tip the Hawks here. I reckon the Pies will drop another one. So we'll give the 10-point win to the Hawks. Ǩēdeņa Park, Geelong, Essendon. This could get ugly. I'm going to go the Cats by 68 points. They always seem to smack the Bombers around. Bombers in the bottom 4. Well, that is not a good look. Richmond, St Kilda at the MCG. Ooh, this could be a really good game, I'm going to tip Richmond because they've had some promising games. They've had some promising games this year. And at the MCG, I mean, they knocked off the Dons there. So I'm going to give them this win. Why not? I'm going to go Brisbane to win this one convincingly. I reckon 32 points maybe. Yeah, they'll jump into the top 4. Carlton v Suns at Docklands. This could go either way. I'm going to go Carlton by a point. And, the Suns, well, they'll drop another really important game. Then we've got the Power and the Dockers at Adelaide Oval. Oh, I mean, we've had such a good run over the last, couple of months that we're bound to drop a couple more, I reckon, for the remainder of the year. And Port Adelaide in Adelaide. Oh, I just don't see us getting up at the Adelaide Oval, so I'm going to go Port in a close one. And there we go. So you can't call me a biased Freo fan because I've just tipped Port to beat us. Well, they do not like playing here, the Giants, that's for sure. But there's no chance in hell I can say the Kangas getting up in this one. We'll go GWS by 22. MCG. Now, this could be a little bit of a danger game for the Doggies as they sit 9th. So this is a must win, and they'll still be one win outside of the 8 anyway, and we're in round 22. You're going to have to go the Dogs. I reckon the Dogs just say, fuck off, Melbourne. And they just get a massive win on the board. And they keep storming towards the top 8. Eagles, Adelaide at Optus Stadium. This could be a danger... No, it's not. What am I even saying? A danger game. I'm going to go the Crom by 108 points. Oh, how have I just went from danger game to Crom by 108? Anyway, they're on top of the ladder. Look at that percentage. That is crazy good. Essendon take on St Kilda at Marvel Stadium. Oh, you know what? Let's go the Dons win by 7. They'll pick up one more win for the year. The Dockers take on Brisbane at Optus Stadium. Huge game. at home for the Dockers, but I feel like we've played our best footy on the road, to be honest with you. Brisbane don't mind coming over to Perth as well to play. I'm going to go Brisbane by 16. I reckon we're going to drop it, and that's 2 crucial games for the Dockers that we've dropped. But I'm not biased, okay? Maybe I'm the opposite of biased, actually. Maybe I just don't have any belief in us. Gold Coast take on the Giants at Metricon. Suns at home. Nah, I'm going to go the Giants. Going to go the Giants here. 14 points. And I feel bad for the Suns, to be honest. They've been pretty good this season, but I'm really just not giving them the benefit of the doubt here. Carlton take on Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. Port love playing at Marvel. They'll get this one done, I reckon, by a fair bit, to be honest. I'm going to go Port by 47 points. That is a really, really, like just a rogue tip. Hawks take on the D's at the MCG. Wow, what am I even talking about? The Hawks will smash them. Oh, maybe not smash them, but they'll win. I'm going to go the Hawks by 19. And this is a massive game. Look at this. First v second, both on 16 and 5 at Adelaide Oval. This will be under a goal, for sure. Crows will get robbed in this game by a dodgy umpiring decision late. And I'm going to tip the Pies to win by 3 points in a really close game. The Roos in Hobart. Nah, I'm actually going to go Richmond. Oh, we'll go North. We'll go North to pick up one more win. But I reckon Richmond will probably steal that. But I'll go North. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Not like it really fucking matters down here anyway. Sydney take on Geelong at the SCG. This is a big game for both sides. And, well, the Swans, are they still pushing for finals? No, because their percentage is fucking terrible. I reckon the Cats should get this one done here. I'll go by 21 points. They jump to 3rd at Docklands. Oh, this will get ugly for the Eagles. I'm going to go the Dogs by... Oh, they love smashing teams out of the park, but I could see the West Coast Eagles being competitive here. I'm going to go the Dogs by 23, and they sneak into 8th and Gold Coast. See you later. Speaking of them, well, they take on the Dons in... This is the last round of the season, so they need to win this, and they need the Dogs to lose for them to make finals. This is huge. Up at Metricon, home deck, rescheduled game from opening round against a shocking Bombers side. Now, they could either come out here and just smoke them and really set the scene for a finals appearance, which I can definitely see happening. But I can also see this being a really tight game and just the perfect game to watch as a neutral fan for that 8th position, for that battle of 8th. So I'm going to go the Suns at home. Obviously, 5 points. They just win. And wow, they've actually jumped to 7th. So the Dockers are in danger now too, actually. At the Sydney Showground at NG, well, this doesn't really matter at all, does it? But the Giants will win. I'll go by 24 points, and they've jumped into 2nd. Wow, I'm loving the Giants here. North v Adelaide at Marvel. Yeah, North will not win this game. Adelaide will win this one. They jumped to 1st in the ladder, 44-point win. Oh, wow. Now, this is, there's a lot riding on this one. Let me tell you that for free. And as a Dockers fan who have not tipped us for the last 2 games that I have predicted, you know what? I'm going based off stats, and I'm going Freo to win this because Western Bulldogs are not having the greatest record this year against the top 8 sides and against the better sides. And we have proven that we can be good in clutch moments against Collingwood, against Gold Coast, against Giants at NG. Like, we've done some really great away missions, and there's nothing stopping us here. And for those who say that we can't play in Melbourne, well, you can fucking stick your finger up your ass, mate, because we just knocked off Collingwood at the home of football. I'm going to go us to win this game. I'm going to go us by 11 points because I reckon we've just proven ourselves to be a little bit better than the Dogs, especially when it comes to the better sides. And they're such a powerhouse as well. But moving on, we've got the Pies and the D's at the MCG. I could see Melbourne. No, I fucking couldn't, actually. Collingwood by 34. Richmond take on the Cats at the MCG. Geelong should win this game by a fucking fair bit, you'd think. I'm going to go Geelong by 61. And Essendon v Carlton. Well, what a way to finish off the year for these 2 clubs. It's a dead rubber for both of them, but the Blues should get this one done. I'm going to go the Blues win. Let's say the Blues by 2 points. Brisbane take on Hawthorn at the Gabba. Oh, it's going to be hard to tip Hawthorn here. I'm going to go the Lions win this. Hawthorn do have a great track record against Brisbane, but usually in Melbourne. They usually play in Melbourne. If it was in Melbourne, I'd tip the Hawks. At Adelaide Oval, wow, the Suns. Oh, wait. If the Suns get a pretty big win here, well, not even. They need 0.6% here and a win, and they jump into 7th position. I mean, they're already in the 8. Wait, no, I've just seen if they win this game, they can jump up and take Freo's spot here and have a home elimination final. So from being 9th last round to potentially having a home final at Adelaide Oval, and well, we all know how they played at Adelaide Oval against Adelaide on the weekend. They did not go too well, but I'm going to back them in here. I'm going to back them in. They're the better side. They are on paper the better side, and I'm going to go Gold Coast to finish 6th. There we go. West Coast, Sydney, dead rubber game at Optus Stadium. Sydney like playing there, I think. I think they'll smash them. And here we go. Well, that is the end of the ladder prediction. Well, I mean, I guess whilst I'm here, I'm predicting the rest of the season, aren't I? So let's go through the finals games. We'll just quick fire the finals, though. If my YouTube return does become a little bit more permanent than it is, then I'll do a full-on finals prediction when it does come to that time. But we've got the Pies and the Giants at the MCG at the Loud House. The Giants in front of a Collingwood crowd and a Collingwood home final. I'm sorry, GWS, but there's no way. Elimination final up on the Gabba. Now, this is huge, and I could see the Hawks just absolutely pinching it here up on the Gabba. They just lost to them. Was it in round 24 that they just lost to them? I reckon they could get revenge. I reckon they've got revenge. They've had, the week off, and they're ready to go. I reckon they'll knock them off here in an upset. Now, this is a huge, huge game. The Gold Coast Suns with their first final in history at home against Freo. If it does come down to final series, and this isn't me speaking bias at all, in terms of just finals experience and finals footy, like we are definitely the favourite. Would you say we're the favourite to come into this game as a final? Because we do have some players on our team that have played like a fair bit of finals. And the Suns, well, it's their fresh first game, but I'm going to back us in. I feel like if we're facing the Suns in a final, it could be dangerous, especially up on the Gold Coast like this game is. But I'm just going to go us based on experience only. Adelaide Geelong at Adelaide Oval. Wow, qualifying final. Wow, this is a massive game, and I reckon the Crows get up. And progress to a home prelim final, because they've been bloody good, the Crows. Oh, semi-final, Giants Hawks at NG Stadium. Ew. What a fucking terrible game. But it will be a great game of footy, but terrible setting. I reckon the Giants won't go out in straight sets. They did last year, though, didn't they? I don't see them doing it again, though. I reckon they'll pick up a finals win, and if they're playing at home, that'll be a great game, though. That'll be under a goal. And then we play Geelong at the MCG. Well, that's fun, isn't it? Geelong smoked us earlier on in the year, and if we're playing Geelong at the MCG in a final, I could see us running around and having a good result. I could actually see it, eh? Okay. Now, I was really unbiased, and I could be going, the exact opposite path, because I'm tipping Freo now for the finals games, and I could be biased now. Collingwood, Freo, prelim final 1 at the MCG. Write us off if you want. We beat them there on the weekend. But when it comes to finals footy and the finals atmosphere and the Collingwood home crowd, 100k at the G, Collingwood will win this game. It's just simple. It is absolutely simple. We will crumble under the pressure that Collingwood is so good at. And I believe it was actually Collingwood's highest pressure game against anyone this year, and we still managed to get out on top, which was, that is an insane stat. But when it comes to finals footy and in front of Collingwood just play finals better. And it's just simple. Collingwood at the MCG in a final, no one's beating. However, this is a huge game. Adelaide v Giants at Adelaide Oval for prelim final number 2. The Giants do like playing here. Let me put that out there. I'm going to have to back in the Crows here. And what a grand final we have. Collingwood v Adelaide. Oh my God, imagine the scenes if Adelaide ran over the top of Collingwood in a home grand final. That sounds so good. So good, I'm going to tip them, okay? So good, I'm going to tip them. To see the Collingwood, if they win the flag, fair enough. And this game, well, they would be favourites coming into it. But just imagine, just go into Fantasyland for a second and think about the Crows running around on the MCG on grand final day and just rolling over the Pies. They are due some revenge against them as well. They are very much due some revenge against them. Umpires have not favoured them in the past, and the Crows get up on grand final day. Well, everyone, there we go. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did like it, leave a like, and if you're new somehow, well, look, I don't know if this will be recommended on anyone's page because I have not uploaded in fucking 5 years. But anyway, leave a sub if you did enjoy this video. Anyway, I hate editing long outros, so I'm just going to leave it there. Thanks, guys. See ya.